Welcome into Love's Field, the Sistine Chapel in all of college softball, where today they have invited us out. Not me, us out, behind the scenes to check out a little OU batting practice before the final Battle Series game of the fall. Guys, I'm freaking out a little bit. This is a big thing. I didn't think something like this would ever happen. But we are behind the scenes today, actually in the TV booth. And here in about 8 minutes, the team is going to come out for batting practice. And we're going to kind of, let you see batting practice today, all the balls that fly out of the yard. They're going to have some interviews for us. I've requested Sydney Barker. I've requested Kendall Wells. We'll see if JT Gasso comes up or whatever. But just want to make sure you guys can hear me and that we're all good. Everything good to go. I think everything's good to go. But yeah, here in about 7-8 minutes or so, they'll hit the field for batting practice. And guys, this is the finale fall series game, which I think has been incredibly successful. Talking with some people on Monday night, you go up and down the roster, and I look at all 20 players on the roster, and I say, well, she's had a big moment. She's had a big moment. She's had a couple of big moments. I remember when she hit 2 home runs in one game. And I think it speaks in what we've seen this fall and why I call it a success. Why do I call it a success in a fall season? How do you even do that when the majority of the games you're playing against your own teammates, basically? Well, I think it's been a success because, like I said, every single player has had their big moments. I can look at Riley Zakay, who's only played in one game, and she was the star in the one game that she was ready to go in. I can look at Alyssa Parker. She was the star in a game a couple of weeks ago where she hit a couple of home runs, actually, has a huge offensive day. Berzon's had her moments in the circle. Miley Wacheno's got 25 strikeouts heading into tonight. Overall, you can just go up and down the roster with anyone, and I can point to you one or multiple different things and say that player really shined in this moment and looked really, really good. So a few more minutes before they hit the field. I'm excited about this. You can kind of see in the dugout a little bit some milling around that's going on. And so Tiari's coming up. Thank you, Jackie. Tiari Jennings is coming up. And I'm going to get it right this time with Tiari Jennings because Nasio Jennings jokingly kind of corrected me a few months ago. He said, no. 4-time first team All-American Tiari Jennings. There she is.
I'm here.
As we're speaking. Tiari Jennings. Here, let me get you a mic.
Okay.
Tiari was kind enough to join us a few months ago after she was the hero winning a gold medal with USA softball. And Nasio got on me a little bit in Nasio's way. He said, you said 14 All-American, 4-time first team All-American.
Oh,
he
yeah.
was quick to correct me
He'll
on
be
that.
the first person to correct my dad. All that matters is that we won.
Yeah.
4 times. That's great. It's good enough for me.
Shout out to Nasio. He's the best. So right before you walked in here, I was saying that I think this has been a successful fall for this team. Now, what does that even mean when the majority of your games you're playing against your own teammates? And my point, TRA, is that I think it's been a successful fall because I can go down the entire roster and I can say, well, she had a huge night where she hit 2 home runs. She had a night where she came in with the bases loaded and nobody out and got out of a jam. OU's had deep rosters before. I feel like all 20 on this roster can help this team and play at a high level.
Totally. I think every battle series and every practice I'm seeing, it's always a new hero. And that's super cool because it's not just one person doing all the work. The freshmen have been outstanding. I think this is one of the best freshman class that I've seen. I mean, coming out from after my year. But they're just so fun to be around. It kind of brings like the joy back, like I say. And I just think all of them, they are going to bring something to the table, and they're all so different in their own way. But it's been super fun with this fall. It's flown by. It's so fast, and I'm just excited for them to show out tonight in the last one.
You mentioned the freshman class, and they've been a big storyline with all of this. And it's not necessarily even something rare that OU has a couple of freshmen that come in and play right away. Cassidy Pickering and Ella Parker did it. Sid Barker and Gabby Garcia did it. Heck, you did it as well. But how rare is what Kendall Wells is doing power-wise as a freshman? She hit it over the batter's eye, TRA.
It's so rare. And Kendall, she's so funny. She's like, I'm just trying to be like you. I'm like, Kendall, I don't want you to be like me. I want you to be better than me. And that's one thing about Kendall. They just are so light and they're just so fun. They don't have any pressure on them. They're just out here doing what they do. But it's just so hard to set a starting lineup just because they're all going to bring something to the table. And whether or not they're not on the field and you have Lexi McDaniel as a pinch hitter, like off the bench, are you kidding? Like it's just going to, no matter what role they're in, they're going to bring something to the table. But Kendall Wells has just not only been an incredible softball player, just her energy and just how funny she is brings this team a lot of light and joy too.
I don't want to sell her short though, because rightfully so, everybody wants to talk about her power, not just the number of home runs, but what the home runs have looked like. But you, as a middle infielder, can really appreciate someone who has an absolute just cannon from behind the plate.
Totally.
Look, I don't think Kai Minor is going to be caught stealing very many times in her career. And I think Kendall's got her twice already. So, yes, the offense, yes, the power. She's look good behind the plate.
Yeah, it's funny because Gabby's like, am I late getting to second? I'm like, no, Gabby, I think she's just coming so fast. I think we just have to adjust maybe where we stand a little bit and maybe cheat a little extra. But the very first battle series, Gabby missed 2 balls, and I would say she missed them. They just came so fast. They're like, okay, we got to adjust how we play. But Kendall has really good instincts behind the plate. It's going to be really good to see her in the spring, but her arm definitely is up there with her power.
I mean, I admire and enjoy watching everybody on this team. Maybe it's just human nature to have favorites, even though you appreciate everybody. And I think certainly one of my favorites, maybe my favorite, is Sydney Barker.
Okay.
Because let's think about what she's doing right now. She's taking reps at first base. She's taken reps in right field. She's played some shortstop this fall. She could play, I mean, virtually she can play anywhere, but she can play a lot of different places at a high level. I just would be interested from your just view what her fall has been like, just working to get as many reps at so many different positions as possible and doing it at a high level.
I think you hit it. I mean, she literally can play anywhere. I mean, and she's good at every single one of them. So it just goes to show how much work she's putting in her off time about those different positions. I mean, at practice, like going from getting reps at short to second to first to outfield, it's a lot and it's really hard. There's no way you can get that many reps at practice. So it just goes to show what she's doing on her own time. And then as well as being a very consistent hitter for us. But she's really fun. She asks a lot of questions. It's been really fun to coach her last year and then just be around her this year. And she kind of just fitting in and just embracing who she is. You can hear her voice starting to come up a little bit, being a leader on that infield. So she's been really great. It's been really impressive to see her go around all these different positions. And it's just fun to talk the game with her.
I'm not comparing this player to one of your teammates because that's unfair. She's the greatest center fielder of all time. But, you know, when Jada would track down a ball in the gap, it just felt easy. Like she's covering a lot of ground, but it just kind of, she just glided and it looked easy.
Yeah.
And I'm seeing that from Kai Minor a lot. Like she can come up and make a great play, but she's made a couple of plays on ball in the gap here that just look like she's just getting over there easy and covers ground so well.
Yeah, I've been watching Kai do this for a long time. We've growing up together on the Bat Buster, so she's like a little sister to me. So seeing her in the outfield, you can just see she's so comfortable. It's so easy for her. She just flies out there. So excited to get her out of her shell a little bit. I mean, the freshmen tend to do that when they come in.
Sure.
But just seeing her on the bases, I know she's going to be safe everywhere she goes. But she's been so much fun, and her in the outfield, I blink and she's already at the ball. So it's been really fun to watch her in center field this fall.
Nancio tried to tell me what I was going to see with Kai. He knows. I mean, you know, but he knows as well. I believe this is Gabby hitting right now. And it's just crazy that this team is still relatively young. And Gabby's not even in her sophomore season yet when it comes to the spring. But when I see Gabby, I see someone that she's just so smooth, so good at the plate. But she just has this professional approach. Like you see someone at her age, it's like she's like a pro.
Yeah. Gabby's a grinder. I mean, head down, works hard. She is just super fun to be around. She's very loud. She leads the infield. I knew she was special the first day because of her defense, and then she definitely surprised me hitting because she comes in with so much power. Then she'll put a little bunt down.
Yeah.
So she's been so fun to watch, and seeing her this fall, she's definitely becoming a pro infielder. Just so smooth. Hands are so good. Just reminds me of a baseball style, just grindy, gritty type of infielder. Definitely I love when I'm playing and I used to fit next to her and I learn tricks from her that she does. So again, it's really cool just to talk the game with her and just see where her head's at. But she just seems very calm, collective, experienced this year. So she's been great.
You know who I'm really happy for this fall, and I think that she's maybe had her best fall, is KD, Kirsten Deal. And I don't know if she has any more velocity than last year. Maybe she does. You can tell us if she has any more spin on her pitches, but she's just locating. It seems like she's getting on top of hitters. She's being consistent. What have you seen from Katie this fall? Because the numbers have looked really good.
Yeah, this fall I've been doing a lot of on the charts and on the pitch locations. And with Deal, I've noticed she doesn't miss over the middle of the plate. Like you said, she spots kind of each of the corners. Speed, she'll throw you off. Like sometimes like, oh, that was kind of quick. And then she'll slow you down with something off speed. So the fact that she can mix all those different speeds has been great. But she's just in her last season and she's playing free. She's playing loose. She's just having fun, making connections with her teammates. And I think that you see the softball piece is falling into play. But yeah, KD has been awesome. I mean, I've played behind her, one of the best pitchers to field her position, and I love playing behind her. Yeah. But you can see that Deal doesn't miss over the plate, and she keeps hitters off balance.
Tiara Jennings is with us. Last one. You know, we know that Pick's going to be in the lineup every single day. She's one of the best hitters in the country. I guess maybe the question right now is where, and I think throughout the fall, she's gotten more and more comfortable at first base. She's made a couple of like high-level defensive plays where it's like, okay, how have you felt about not necessarily pick the play? We know you were going to get there, but defensively, especially at first base.
Yeah, I think it was funny because every time she fielded a ground ball, she would smile. I'm like, why are you smiling? Like, I'm like, what is happening? She goes, I'm just shocked that I made the play. I'm like, Pick, you are good enough to make these plays. And I think that's the biggest thing is just giving her confidence and just pouring that into her for someone who's never played infield before. So as long as she believes and she knows that people are behind her that believe she can do it, she's done a great job. And I think you can see that smile. I'm like, Pick, like act like you've been there before. She's like, well, I haven't been there before. I'm like, oh, that's a good point. So I think she's going to settle in just great there if she plays there, plays outfield. But just knowing that she's good enough to play there and she's going to do a great job. But it's really been fun to watch her throughout this whole fall get better at first base.
All right, I'll let you get back to work. I appreciate your time. Thank you so much. Legend Tiara Jennings, who came up and spoke with us for a few minutes, which, I mean, come on, guys. I can't believe we're here, but then they bring up Tiara like that in the beginning. How awesome was that, man? Super cool. Super, super cool stuff. And while we were talking, you guys got to watch just absolute bombs happen as well. Look at that one. Out of the stadium. Jeez. Appreciate you joining us. Drop some questions in the comments. We'll talk while we're watching some BP. Of course, like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Liking the video helps me out. Subscribing helps you out. Get more OU softball coverage like that. Absolutely for free. Doesn't sign you up for anything. None of that stuff. Not trying to get info out of you. Just trying to give you free coverage of the best softball program in the country. Let's see. Greetings, Tyler. I hit the like button from both of my accounts. I appreciate that. Bev Knapp says, can't wait. Thanks for all you do, Tyler. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Hope you guys are enjoying this Thursday afternoon. Seeing some players take some ground balls. Got some music going here at Loves Fields. Enjoying the afternoon. It is a beautiful afternoon here, by the way. I guess you never know what you're going to get at this point in November, but it is, it's awesome. It's awesome. Joe Sooner says, I can't believe you didn't bring me. I met Joe Sooner for the first time. I know who Joe Sooner is. Met Joe Sooner for the first time in Knoxville, Tennessee last Friday. Was happy to meet him, and we're going to have some good times here at the ballpark, that's for sure. Joe Sooner's got a really good YouTube page, so if you guys aren't subscribed to Joe Sooner, go check him out. He puts out some really good softball stuff as well, and a big-time OU softball fan. No, she is not. She is not on the fall roster right now. Fear the Shades, exactly right. I'll give you guys a bit of a tip on some content that's coming up. I've got my fall award show coming up probably on Sunday. Katie is definitely in contention for pitcher of the year thus far. And you heard Tiara talk about her. She's not leaving balls over the middle of the plate. She's locating, and she's had a really good fall up to this point for sure. Thank you, Tyler, from a Sooner friend from New York. Fan. Yeah. A couple of stars for sure. Sid, the best to ever do it at third base in Oklahoma, in my honest opinion. Try to tell you guys who's at the plate as all these hitters are going through it right now. See some players taking ground balls, everything else. This is behind the scenes, guys. This is what it looks like. OU softball going through it before a game. We've got JT down there doing some coaching. Gotta love that. Hope you guys are enjoying this. Kind of let you enjoy the vibe a little bit. They're going to bring us up more interviews as this goes on. And remember, just like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Come on, James, let's go. I'm ready, buddy. Let's do it. Yeah, Brito was really good at third base too, Brian. There ain't no doubts. Played left field what her first year at OU, and then came and was an absolute star at third base. Big fan of her. Berzon progressing, yeah. You know, it's funny you bring up Sydney Berzon. So I was at shout out to my buddy Mike Fletcher with Totally Tickets. He's awesome. He does a lot of stuff for OU softball. Just a overall good dude. He invited me to Slices with Sooners. What was that? That was on Monday night, I guess. And it was an NIL event for OU fans to attend. And Sydney Barker and Sydney Berzon, it was kind of like in a at Mike's place there at Totally Tickets, and you got to ask him questions, and you just kind of got to know him on a more personal basis. And Sydney Berzon, I was really, really impressed with her. I don't know what my expectations were per se. Just didn't know a lot about her personally. I know she's really good in the circle, but she was kind of saying what it's like to go up against some of these OU hitters in this lineup, and she says, "Yeah, it's very humbling." But when you do good things against this lineup, it can give you a lot of confidence. And that makes sense. If you give up a couple of runs in an inning against this lineup, don't take it too hard because they're going to put up a ton of runs on a lot of pitchers this year. And I think that's kind of her mindset is the good stuff that I do. I really take that away and I let that give me confidence. But she had an awesome story. I asked her, I said, you know, what is it like to commit to Oklahoma? And what was that process for you? And so the story goes is that she was leaving Baton Rouge and I guess they were driving all the way back to Buffalo, New York, where she's from. You didn't know that Sydney Berzon's hometown is Buffalo, New York. So she's driving with her mom, I believe, Baton Rouge all the way to Buffalo. That is a haul. And Patty Gasso quickly called her, and they were on the phone for 3 hours. And at one point during the phone call, Sydney Berzon's like, "Let's just do this thing. Hadn't visited Oklahoma. Has visited OU. Just a 3 hour phone call. She felt it and was like, let's go." And Patty was like, "Oh my gosh, I shot my shot here and it worked out." So Sydney Berzon, learning more about her, if you guys will remember, she's number one player in the portal, number one pitcher in the portal. Everybody wanted Sydney Berzon coming out of the portal, but Sydney Berzon really wanted Oklahoma. So as she kept getting phone calls and phone calls and phone calls from other teams, she knew which area code to look out for. And in her words, she was just waiting on that phone call. She was waiting on the phone call from Patty Gasso. She got it and she was like, "I'm in, I'm done." I had not seen Oklahoma, is what she said. I just saw a YouTube video of RH Things um, showing the entire facility. So pretty cool that this is where Berzon has always wanted to be. And now she's here and she's really happy with it. I thought that was neat. And also asked her when she entered into the portal at this point in her career, what is she looking for? What was she looking for when she entered the portal? And she said just to find her love of the game of softball again, to find that love. It sounds like she's, with this coaching staff and with this group of teammates and in this environment, everything else. Throughout this fall, she's really kind of found her love once again for the game of softball, which I thought was really cool. Okay. Yeah, that is dedication. I don't think I would be doing that drive. I wouldn't be doing that drive. Great stuff, Tyler. Signing day is next Wednesday. Are you going to get some interviews with our new signees? I'm going to try. I'm actually taking my wife out of town for her birthday this weekend. So getting some done this weekend is probably not in the cards. But I've had interviews in the past with those players. I'll try to get some early next week. But yes, and if nothing else, I'll just kind of re-air or get new comments on those players. But recently, talked to E.K. Smith, talked to Peyton Westra. Surprise, surprise, guys. This is the number one class in the country that they're going to sign again coming up next week. Peyton Westra moved up to the number 2 player overall via Softball America. She had an awesome summer. She had a great tournament with USA Softball, winning the tournament in Oklahoma City. Had a couple of big hits. Ori Mailo is really good as well. E.K. Smith, both in the circle and at the plate, is good. Malaya Magin Finch, if you guys haven't heard, the niece of Jenny Finch is going to be in this class, which I think is really cool. But definitely excited about Westra. Definitely excited about Ori Mailo. She may have the most power of anybody in this class. I think Kiele Ho-Ching is a really good player as well. Kind of a middle infielder from the state of California. She plays flag football at a very high level, which was really fun. But she also played with U.S. softball and also won gold over Japan in Oklahoma City. Didn't have her best offensive day. Like, I just think there's so much to her game that maybe that she didn't show in Oklahoma City. But she also had a huge hit in that gold medal game as well. So really excited about this entire class. And once again, it's the number one class in the country. And they've got the number one class in the country behind it as well. You guys love you some Goose, and I don't blame you. Has Goose played anywhere but catcher? Next year looks like a lot of catchers. Yeah, she's played third base. She's played third base at a very high level. So, I mean, Kendall Wells is going to start a lot of games at catcher. I think she could be a 4-year starter at catcher. Goose is also really good behind the plate, and I definitely think Goose will start games at catcher in her career. I mean, I guess by the time that she gets here, Wells will be a junior, right? So 2 years, and then maybe Goose could take over 2 years behind that. But Goose can play third. Goose can do a lot of different things. She's an athlete. She's really young, guys. Like, I know that she's already a star, and we're already talking about her and amazed by what she does offensively. But she's still got a lot of growing as a softball player to do. And how exciting is that? As you see just a rocket opposite field bomb there. So much talent, not enough positions at all. It's a good problem to have, David. It's a good problem to have. But that is the reality for sure. But they've got a lot of depth on this team. You just heard us talking about it with Tiare. Teresa says, happy birthday to your wife. Thank you. I don't know if Casey's still listening or not, but I bet she appreciates that for sure. Maybe Goose will be you earlier than we all think. Wink, wink. I haven't heard that thing. I'm not saying you're wrong. I haven't asked that question. The reclassification is what you're hinting at here, like Aspen Boulware did, but maybe something worth looking into if you're willing to go with the wink, wink there. Who is the smartest base runner? I don't know. Yet to be determined, maybe. And that brings up an interesting point. Who's going to lead this team in stolen bases? And I brought that up momentarily in the last video talking about the 8 crazy stats. But I think it's going to be an incredible race to who's going to lead this team in stolen bases. You see Kai Minor, right there in front. I think Kai Minor could lead this team in stolen bases. I think Ella Parker, who led this team in stolen bases her freshman year, could lead it. I think Abby Dayton could, who led the team a year ago. I think there's a lot of candidates that could lead the team in stolen bases. But who is the smartest base runner that they have? Man, I don't know. I don't think that there's just one that stands out. I think they've got a lot of smart base runners on this team and a lot of incredibly athletic base runners. Keep going on now. I mean, guys, this is like the perfect night. This is like it was meant to be. I don't know if we could have perfect weather for November 6th, but you're kind of seeing what it looks like here. Batting practice going on. I believe that's, you see by JT walking, Finley Williams, the number 2 overall player in 2027. Looks like she's here. That's pretty cool. Didn't know Finley was going to be in town. Might have to catch up with her later. Finley's awesome. Her parents are awesome. That was a big time get when OU got that, about a month and a half ago or so. And Goose number 1 in 2027. Finley Williams number 2 in 2027. Number 1 outfielder. She grew up in her state of Cole, which I think is pretty sweet. There is a current roster list as of today. Absolutely there is. Go to Soonersports.com and you'll see it. They've got 20 players on the roster right now. 20 players. Ella Parker will lead the team in steals again. Yeah. You know what? You may be right, Fang. I think she had like 10 or 11 last year. Like, she wasn't that far off of the lead. And we know that she was injured for the majority of SEC play. And all those stolen bases that she had, I think were all before the injury. So if you want to tell me that you think that Ella Parker is going to lead the team again in stolen bases, I won't fight for that. I won't fight that very much. Because here's the deal. If you want to lead the team in stolen bases, you got to get on base a lot. And that's what she does. She gets on base a lot. A lot. There's Kai Minor at the plate right now. I believe going to be your starting center fielder this year. Kai is going to be able to put the ball in the grounds, use her speed. You want to talk about fastest player on this team. Kai Minor's absolutely in that category for sure. Hey, want to give a plug here. SoonerSoftballShop.com. This is a really cool deal, guys. And this is not a paid read for me or anything. I just think it's a cool opportunity for you guys. I think it's a cool opportunity for the players. If you don't know about Sooner Softball Shop, go check it out because every single player on the roster, there's signed softballs. You can personalize a signed softball, sign photos, just SoonerSoftballShop.com. Every single player, you can click on the player and all the signed items that they have available. But here's what I like about it is, Mike Fletcher and his wife are kind of, spearheading that. And they're not making money off this deal. Mike doesn't care about making money on it. He just wants to help the athletes and he wants to help the program. So all proceeds of this actually go to the players. So why this is so cool and why I believe it so much is if you want to get it for yourself or you want to get it for somebody for Christmas, we order now, by the way, if you want to get stuff in for Christmas, that's a cool piece of memorabilia for you, but you're also helping out the players. You're helping out your favorite players. So that's SoonerSoftballShop.com. Go check that out. Stu says, I have Sydney Barker's autograph photo. Very nice, Stu. Very nice. Jeff says, Sydney Barker out there today. Yeah, I think Sid Barker's out there today. I know Kendall Wells is in here today because we have her now. Let's flip this around here so we can get a little one-on-one. You want to sit right here? Yes. Kendall Wells, OU freshman catcher. Nice to meet you. Everybody's been excited about you this fall. So how much fun has it been? You probably envisioned what the fall season was going to be like coming in. And how's it been now that we're here on our last fall game?
It's been super cool this fall just to be in this environment. It's really pushed me a lot and to improve my game. And being around these elite athletes and players every day and coaches is not something that everyone gets to experience. And so out here, if you're not working, then you're probably getting passed by the next person behind you. So it's just a cool atmosphere to be in, and it's really pushed me and the rest of the freshmen this fall.
I wonder if this has been fun for you. And I think this is a good thing for this team. This pitching staff, there's so many different types of pitchers. Not everybody's the same. You could go from KD to Miley with Shane, and you can kind of get different looks. So for you as a catcher going through that this fall, how fun has that been to be behind the plate and catch so many different styles?
It's definitely super fun. They're all really, really good pitchers. Their own thing. They all have their own strengths. So it's been super cool to see them work with each other and the way Coach Rocha has worked them in. But also Bella's helped me a lot. Understand them more because she's obviously caught Teal and Audrey before. And so we've just been working together, both of us, trying to figure out what they do and how we can help them behind the plate.
I haven't been able to talk to you before, so I've never heard your why OU. Coming from the state of Georgia, basically everybody in the country wanted you to come play catcher. So what was it about Oklahoma that you wanted to come here and play?
I think the culture out here is just unmatched. Like I said earlier, you're not going to find another place in the country where you have this many elite athletes and coaches on the same field at the same time. And it's just super cool to be in this atmosphere and you're pushed every day in every aspect, whether it's in the weight room, in the classroom, at practice, even just game night where, we're super competitive. So it's just a bunch of super competitive athletes out here trying to be the best they can be. And then the culture, it's like a family out here, it feels like a second home. And that's why I was able to come this far away from home because I knew this would be like a family for me.
One of the things I've been impressed with you, other than hitting the ball about 400 feet dead center, that's been pretty good, is just how comfortable that you looked really since the first Battle Series game. You just looked comfortable. You looked in your element. How cool was that, though? Because over 2,800 fans for a fall game. For somebody that's a true freshman and knowing that you're going to see some big environments both at home and on the road, how much fun has that been to play in front of crowds like this? And does that help you at all get ready for the upcoming season in the SEC and everything?
I think it's obviously super cool to be in front of that big of a crowd this early in our careers, me and all the other freshmen. And it's definitely been super fun. But I will say we haven't always been comfortable, our first practices, you could tell we're super uncomfortable, but I think the coaches repetitively put us in those situations to make us uncomfortable so that it becomes comfortable for us or, we feel more comfortable in those types of situations. So I would just say we've been through a lot of uncomfortable in practice this fall to make it look comfortable in the battle series.
I know you're going to give me the humble answer, and that's fine. But what's working for you at the plate well this fall? Because you just feels like every time you're up there, you're hitting the ball hard.
I would say working with Coach JT this fall has helped me a lot. We've just been like kind of nitpicking my swing, trying to figure it out. And I just feel a lot more relaxed at the plate and comfortable in my swing. So it's just felt easy to get my swing off and get it on good pitches.
You know, you've had a good fall yourself, but I'm curious. Like, you show up at a place with so many other established softball players. Like Gabby's soft, but it feels like she's been here 4 years already, right? And just some of the things, Cassidy Pickering and Ella Parker. Do you ever, like in a practice or in a game, just kind of stand around and look and say, there's some amazing softball players that are my teammates? You ever like have that thought?
Literally every day. Like you just look at on the field, or like you sit and watch BP, and like you're in the outfield shagging, and you're just like watching Ella or like Bella or Cass, literally anyone on the team hit, and it's just like flying off the bat, and you're just like, wow, this is insane. But glad they're my teammates, so we'll see that this season.
So this is the second batting practice I've ever been able to attend. Last year was at the Women's College World Series. They kind of let us in. I'd never seen Patty Gasso with the fungo before. It's the most impressive thing that I've ever seen. It wasn't like she's just good with the fungo. She could place a blooper wherever she wants on either line. I saw JT hitting some rockets to the shortstop earlier. Who's the better fungo hitter, Patty or JT? And JT will hear about this, so just be aware of that.
I think they're both great in their own way. I'm just kidding. No, but Coach takes fungo very seriously. But yeah, she has fun with it. She doesn't take it lightly. She hits ground balls from yards.
Yeah, she does. You got a full roster here. You got a lot of players that can play. Just how good do you feel just about the overall depth that this team has? Because I feel like there's so many players who can play 3 or 4 different spots.
Yes, definitely a lot of depth. I think literally just everyone on this team could play on the field, and I wish it could be that way. But we just have a bunch of depth, and everyone can play everywhere. And so like you'll see people move around to 4 different positions in practice. So I think that just helps us out a lot because we can move different people in different places and put different pieces together to work together the best line.
Last fall game. I know you want to finish strong. Everyone wants to finish strong. What's kind of the mood? What's kind of the feel and the focus going into tonight?
I think everyone's just going in tonight with a lot of intent to focus, finish strong. So this is the last thing of the fall. So we're just trying to all finish strong, stay super focused, and have a good game tonight.
Thank you so much, Kendall Wells.
Thank you.
Freshman catcher. She's been a star so far this year. Best of luck tonight, Kendall.
Thank you.
All right.
Perfect. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. That was pretty cool. I forgot to put a microphone on her, so I hope you guys could hear her okay. That's kind of my bad. Hopefully we're sitting close enough together where guys can pick her up on the mic. This is crazy, guys. I can't believe this is happening right now. Thank you. Let me just say thank you right now for those of you that are in here, and we've got well over 220 right now. This doesn't happen without your support. You guys always liking the videos, subscribing to the channel, all that. So thank you, and excited to see what's to come in the future. Appreciate you guys. Jeff, you were saying, is Sydney out there today right before she walked in? I think Sid. Yeah, I requested Sid come up here, so I think Sid is definitely here today. Oh, I actually talked to her on Monday. And she's feeling a lot better. She was just under the weather last week. And what's funny, like the rest of us, she was at home watching the game on the Oklahoma Sooner softball Facebook fan page, is what she was saying. She's watching Kim call the game, which if you're looking for the game tonight, and really every single game this fall, Kim, go watch that Oklahoma Sooner softball fan page on Facebook. They've done a fantastic job all fall season long. So that's been really neat. Been really, really neat. I agree, Fang. Ain't no doubt about it. What's Riley Zakay status after the accident? Maybe she's just chilling for the rest of the fall. I think they're just being cautious with her. I think that's kind of what's been going on there. It is the fall, and she had the concussion and everything, and they just don't want to rush her back, understandably so. But yeah, we'll see her back in the season. And I am interested to see if she gets any playing time tonight, if they let her back for the final fall game of the year. I think that would be cool to see Riley Zakay, who was really the star of game 1, kind of come in here and close it tonight. from Japan. What up? All the way from Japan. Appreciate it as always. Sooner Ninja, thanks for making this possible. Love to see the team repaying your commitment with this access. Yeah, it's like super cool. Guys, I'll just tell you, I've been blessed in life in so many different ways. You guys see my wife in the comments. She's awesome. I love that girl. But just being able to do some cool things in life and go to some cool games, this is like the coolest thing I think I've ever been able to do. And it's a batting practice, but the access that getting to provide here is awesome because I love providing content for you guys, for sure. I love it. Tim, next time, all right? Tim, next time. Appreciate that, Joe. Appreciate that. Yeah, kind of interested to see how we close things out. Would like to see a strong night in the circle. See if KD can continue to put up some low numbers and kind of do what she's done all fall long up to this point. Like to see Cindy Berzon come out with her best appearance so far this fall. Would like to see that as well. Because here's the thing. Like, we got a long way to go until the start of the season. I think the role, like, if you're just evaluating things based off of this fall, I think the role of ace pitcher is very much wide open right now for this team. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. And I think that maybe we've thought that before coming out of a fall. It always finds a way to figure itself out. But, yeah, I think that role is definitely wide open right now and kind of interested and excited to see who wins it for sure. But I definitely thought before the fall that Cindy Berzon was going to be the ace of this team. And that might still be the case. But Miley Wichenio's looking good. Man, she's got some powerful stuff. Audrey Lowry's got some really, really good stuff. You know, Kirsten Deal has had a really good fall up to this point. So I think that there's a lot of pitchers in contention now for that role for sure. Yeah, it is one beautiful stadium. It really is. Thank you, Donna. I appreciate you. Appreciate you. Thank you, Doug. It's got to be the Duke game, right? I think it's cool, and I think the fans like that we're back at OU's back at Mary Nutter. But there's just not a whole lot of like marquee big-time matchups. Probably Duke, a team that you've seen recently in the Women's College World Series. Very good program, very solid program out of the ACC. A team that will, I don't know, probably be ranked preseason, definitely preseason top 25, somewhere in the top 20, be top 15, but got to be the Duke game for sure. But not the matchup against UCLA that we've seen in the past, or the exciting potential matchup of Nebraska or Texas, or just some of the other teams in the non-conference that you'd like to see for sure. Riley Zakay has been my favorite since one of your interviews a couple of years ago. She's an outstanding person. Yeah. And I've gotten to talk to her dad a little bit. Her dad's an awesome person. Somebody was telling me Monday night how awesome her mom, Leslie, is as well. So really not that surprising that the Zakay sisters are such good people because they come from good parents. That's for sure. James, appreciate you. Thank you. Is it really necessary to have an ace with the staff that we have? I mean, it's a good question. I think that you would like to have that because when the World Series, if this team makes it to the Women's College World Series, I think we're probably all projecting OU to be back in OKC again. I know it's never a given, but your rotation a lot of times shrinks a little bit, whereas maybe in the regular season, you were going with a Friday, Saturday, Sunday starter, and maybe mixing in another starter midweek. You can do that in the regular season, but I think a lot of times once you get into the Women's College World Series, and especially when you stay in the winner's bracket, the number of pitchers that you actually put out there can shrink. And you're going to pitch your ace as much as possible, whoever that is in the Women's College World Series, if you're in the winner's bracket, because you get that day off in between games. So to win the SEC, do they need an ace? Maybe not. To win, to make it to OKC, do they need that big-time ace? Maybe not. But to win the national championship, when you're going to be facing Tegan Cavan, when you're going to be facing Nyjah Candy, you're going to be facing Carly Pickens, things like that, I think it's in this team's best interest to find that big-time ace for the stretch run of the season. And I think that they will because they always have. But, yeah, I would definitely prefer to find that ace and kind of ride the hot hand or the best arm all the way to a national championship. Think OU will be preseason number one. Not that it means anything, just curious. Here's kind of how I evaluate everyone this year. I think it's in no particular order. OU, Texas Tech, Texas, and then I think there's a gap. Like I think Tennessee is maybe on that next tier. We'll see about Florida. Maybe A&M is mentioned in there. But I think there's three teams that I look at right now. It's definitely the favorites: Texas, OU, and Texas Tech. Now, I'll just tell you guys right now. People can call me a homer. I don't really care. I just really like this team, and I think they're going to be a lot better than last year. OU is my preseason number one team. I don't know when I'm making rankings or putting those out, but spoiler alert, whenever I put them out, OU is going to be the number one team in my preseason rankings. I just believe in this roster, and I believe that the comeback tour is going to be really fun for this team. I bet Texas Tech is ranked number one in all of the other polls that are out there, whether it's Softball America or whatever it is. I bet Tech is number one, OU's number two, and Texas Tech is number three. That would be my guess. Now, we know that they don't matter, and they'll get sorted out in the field and everything like that. But I would guess OU probably starts at number two preseason. Maybe UCLA as well. I don't know. It's one of UCLA's best teams. I don't know. I guess you could put them in there. Yeah, I probably agree with that. Let's see. UT returns everyone except me a spot, and they get. Yeah, I mean, they're right there in that mix. Like I said, for sure. I think they'll be good once again. Thinking Miley Bachenio might be the ace for everything that I've seen. 25 strikeouts. She's got like 12 more strikeouts this fall than the next player. It's been really good. This Casey just went to the same high school as a bunch of my cousins. Yep, and I bet they all have amazing things to say about that. Have you guys enjoyed batting practice? I got to be honest. I haven't been able to watch a lot of BP. I'm not complaining about it. I've just been reading comments and doing the interviews and everything like that. But I hope we've been able to see an adequate amount of home runs. The home runs that I've seen, I've heard them because they hit off the metal bleachers out there in the outfield. But you know one thing that I like too is that, okay, there's been some I'm sure, just like crazy home runs that have been hit here. And notice, not everyone's all hooping, hollering, and going crazy and yelling or everything like that. Like, that's the most intimidating thing for an opposing team if they see OU taking batting practice, is you'll see a bomb over the stadium, and there's no reaction to it because it's like, well, yeah, that's what we do. There's not some big-time excitement like they don't know what to do or they've never been there before. No, they know exactly what to do. It's just business as usual, hitting the ball hard all over the place. And when the game comes, you know what's about to happen. Somebody asked about Sid Barker earlier. She's actually at the plate right now. So, looks like Sid will be a go tonight, back in the lineup. Yeah, that was Ella, by the way. Yes, that was. I think you guys can see there at the bottom of the screen, JT's kind of working with her right now. That's elite on elite right there, guys. Elite hitting coach working with one of the elite hitters in the country. I'll put bomb. Again, appreciate OU softball for inviting me out today. Let me be a part of this. This is really cool. That is in Gasso Gardens, I think is what we call that. I feel like I had for the first time this year. I don't know if that stuff or not. Just a casual, just home run into Gasso Gardens. No big deal. No big deal. Yeah, they are elite athletes, and they show up as elite athletes. You know, the home runs that Kendall Wells are hitting right now, that's something that a third or a fourth year player can only hope they'd be able to do. Not a true freshman. It's just so rare that a true freshman shows up with this much power. It's insane, man. It's insane. Someone was asking, let's see, who do you think is OU's real SEC rivalry is? Well, Texas, obviously. I mean, Texas is your biggest rival. Always will be your biggest rival. I'll tell you guys this. I think there's a couple of teams out there that have a chance to really develop in the coming years. I think Tennessee could be one of those teams. I don't think any of the teams I've mentioned will overtake the OU Texas rivalry. I mean, they're the best two programs right now. The whole Mike White thing, which is total crap, is still there. It's the best, and I'd say most hostile rivalry in the sport right now for sure. But I think OU can develop a rivalry with Tennessee. I think there's been a little chippiness there. The series last year, kind of some past things that have made it happen. I could see, and Tennessee's not on the schedule this year, but I could kind of see OU Tennessee developing into something. And then the other one I might say is Texas A&M. I think OU is really, really looking forward to going to College Station and playing Texas A&M this year. I don't know this, and they haven't told me this. I feel like OU really believed they were going to win that game in the SEC tournament last year. So to kind of, get all that sorted out and get after them and old Big 12 rivals and all that, I'd say Tennessee's probably the favorite outside Texas, but maybe keep your eye on Texas A&M. Arkansas, there's just kind of too much respect right now with DJ Gasso being out there, but that's been another fun one, a fun that you're going to schedule this year. It's going to be fun. Let's see. Courtney Deifel's a really good coach. I respect her a lot. I just think that there's a lot of mutual respect between those two teams, and I just think there's maybe a little bit more chippiness. A couple other teams in the SEC. Barker's awesome. She's my favorite overall. Yeah, same here, Doug. Same here. Vicky, that's a good question. Baseball released their schedule today. I want to say last year, maybe it was late November when they released the schedule. So I don't know, next 2 weeks or so is when we'll figure out the entire schedule. We have the entire SEC schedule. You know who you're going to play. But yeah, waiting on the rest of that non-conference schedule and to see if they have any fun matchups in the non-con. I'll tell you this. I believe OU's opening up the season in Tucson, Arizona. I believe they're playing in a tournament hosted by the University of Arizona. And then you're going to play Mary Nutter. You're going to play in the Mary Nutter. And then at some point, I would guess, they're going to play Oklahoma State in a midweek game in Oklahoma City. I haven't heard otherwise, but I would guess that would continue. So we do know some hints. I have heard it's not finalized. Maybe it is finalized. I don't know. But I've heard that they're going to open up the season in Arizona, Mary Nutter, and then I'm going to guess you're going to play Oklahoma State at some point in a midweek game. Last year it happened midweek in like conference game. When you played that. The OU, I think that was maybe the series. That was the week that OU went to Alabama and played in Tuscaloosa. Could Florida State be a dark horse? A dark horse to win a national championship? I don't know. Florida State clearly is a good program that's in contention every single year to make it to OKC. I love Lonnie Alameda. Thoughts and prayers for her, just everything that she's been going through and all that. Like that program, really love Lonnie Alameda. Dark horse to win a national championship. I just don't know. Do they have the arm to do that? They have the offense to do it. I think they're going to be a really good team. I just view OU, Texas, and Texas Tech as the three front runners, and things can change. I just think the national champion is going to come from one of those three teams. But yeah, and kind of that next group, could FSU be there? Sure. We'll see how some of their newcomers pan out. Yeah, maybe William. I think that she could even be the 9-hole on this team with the speed that she has and, her ability to get on base, put the ball in the ground. I think the leadoff spot is interesting because if you remember last year, they put Cassidy Pickering in that leadoff spot. And I thought she performed really well in that leadoff spot. And that's not an easy spot to bat in the order, especially if you're not routinely hitting there. So we know that Patty likes to put her best hitters up in the order as much as possible. So could Pick lead off once again after what she did last year? Potentially. But if you're looking for kind of a true leadoff threat in that spot with, someone who's going to get the ball on the ground and get on base and use their speed, yeah, I think Kai Minor, if not this year, at some point in her career, she could absolutely be a fantastic leadoff hitter for sure. Go Shag Flies. Yeah, that would be a disaster. I did play junior college baseball, but I've been out of the game for far too long. I just lost my camera shot. There we go. We're back. All right. How about Parker at first pick? I kind of think Pick's going to get the start at first base this year. I don't really know for sure. But I think the way that they've been working Cassidy Pickering, I think that Ella Parker's going to be your designated player. And I think Pick's going to get the start at first. And I think you're going to see Sydney Barker somewhere in the outfield, is what I would guess. There's Kim. Oklahoma Sooner softball fan page, guys. Go watch the game tonight on it. Go watch it. Oh, what shirt is that? Sportsmanship and Glory. I love that. Oh, it's the prayer circle. Oh, that is awesome. That is one of the coolest shirts I've seen. I'm on video right now. Yeah, I'm doing a live stream right now. Hey, come show. I don't show people your shirt. All right, you guys got to watch. So this is Kim, who calls the game on the Oklahoma Sooner softball page. Let me see if I can get that. Yeah. Can you guys see that prayer circle sportsmanship and glory shirt that Kim has? Is that not awesome? That's fantastic. That's it. Good seeing you. All right, yeah. You guys go. I'm telling them, go watch the game tonight. Oklahoma Sooner softball fan page on Facebook. Go watch it. That's where I'll be doing tonight, most likely. As we got an early flight tomorrow for sure. First pitch tonight at 6:30, by the way, guys. Let me get a more central view of this. Who's us? She's great. Yeah, she is great. Absolutely, she is. Yeah, I think early on in the season, Jeff, I think that Wells probably takes that over at some point, maybe by the time conference play starts. But I'll say this. For as good as Kendall Wells has been, and Kendall Wells has been awesome, Isabella Emerling's has had a good fall. You know, I think she has a much more controlled swing than maybe what she did last year. And she's not sacrificing any power. I think a lot of times, well, let's cut down your swing a little bit. Let's make it a more controlled swing. Well, for a power hitter, you might be sacrificing some power when you do that. Let's get your swing maybe a little bit under control, but you're kind of losing some real power. And she's still hitting the ball as far as she did last year when she squared a ball up and made connections. So I've liked what Emerling has done. I think Wells has looked better defensively. I mean, if we're just being fair with that. Wells is kind of different defensively. I think she's just kind of different, period, honestly. But yeah, I think that Emerling's going to get some starts early in the season. And I think that Wells is as well. And Kendall Wells will eventually be the starting catcher. But long way to go. Long way to go. We've had some surprises before during the season. Another ball in Gasso Gardens. We've got like 2 people in the outfield shagging home runs. That's quite the job. Running around trying to get all those home run balls. Yeah, I know. Me too, AW. I know. They need to put her up here for sure. They do. This is a great spot. I kind of thought, I didn't know where we were going to set up. I wanted to set up somewhere where you guys could get the entire angle of the fields to where you could see the home runs leaving the park everywhere. So I kind of thought we might be on the field or at least in the stands. And when they said press box, I was like, but this has worked out great. It's worked out perfectly. Got the windows open and everything. This is great. This is great. Very, very happy with this setup. Very, very happy with the setup. Okay. Alana Agbayani could be a great leadoff. She's a good hitter with great speed, and she has great speed as well. Yeah, no doubt. I kind of feel like Ilana is maybe going to hit a similar spot in the order as she did last year. Maybe 7-8. Maybe she's the 9-hole hitter this year. But Ilana's had a very, very good fall. And she's just a terror on the bat. You know, there's some players that just their presence on base creates even more pressure for a defense. And if you're out there defensively against OU's, like there's a lot of pressure on you. You're like anything can happen at any time. But Ilana's just always a threat to steal. She's got 5 stolen bases so far, which leads the team. She just puts added pressure on a defense. So maybe she can hit leadoff. Oh, we got some bombs going on right now. See ya. Abby Dayton. Abby Dayton flexing a little bit. Abby Dayton may not hit a lot of home runs, but she was flexing there. But she did hit a home run off Nigeri Kennedy in the Women's College World Series. That may be absolutely the same. Kai's out there shagging balls in center field. At some point this year, she's going to rob a home run ball. That is going to happen. That's going to happen. Really good athlete, and I think she's going to play a lot of center field for this team as a true freshman this year. You see JT right there to the left of the cage, really working with Ella close right now, which is really cool to see. This is like the access that I nerd out over. We're kind of working on some different things right now. And that's the thing, you know, as good as Ella is, doesn't matter. You're always coaching, always coaching. Slight adjustment, and she gets an opposite field tank. Now we're getting into it. I thought that was going to get off the scoreboard for a second. Jeez, this is amazing. I wish they would have a home run derby here. I mean, this is kind of what this is a little bit. But, like, to raise money for NIL or something, they just sell tickets and they don't play a game. Everyone just comes out here and has a home run derby. Or you have legends come out here, or you legends come out for a home run derby. I mean, I love the alumni game idea. You could have, like, former players against the current team one night and then a home run derby the next night and sell tickets to it. You guys don't think this place would be entirely sold out? Of course it would be sold out. There'd be people everywhere watching that. I would love to see that. And they'd raise a ton of money for something, whatever they want to do. In case you missed it earlier and you're just now joining us, or you joined us in the last 10, 15 minutes, Tiare Jennings, like 5 minutes when we were on the air, we got to talk to her for about, 5-7 minutes or so. And then Kendall Wells came by. And it's the first time I spoke to Kendall Wells, which was really cool. Really, really cool. And I'm going to guess that we're going to talk to somebody else here very, very soon. Very, very soon. Yep. You can see Tiare out there right now. She is maroon, or just kind of, she's out there in the circle right now. Look at that. Doing her job right there. Tiare still coaching in Oklahoma. No, I'm not. I'm gonna let that's Kim's deal, and she's done a fantastic job with that. I'm gonna let them handle that. They invited me out today for batting practice, and I'm gonna let them do that. You're in line. You're here tonight? Oh, we gotta say hi, Fang. We gotta do that. We gotta make that happen. Yeah, Kinsey. I think I see Nicole May out taking photos. I haven't seen Kinsey Hansen anywhere. Legends and Team Home Run Derby. Yeah, that'd be sweet. Hey, please like the video, guys. Helps me out. Subscribe if you haven't already. I don't know if we'll get invited to do something like this again. I'm hoping so. That would be awesome. But I've got some cool content. I'll be doing a kind of a game wrap-up, Battle Series wrap-up. Probably coming out tomorrow morning, and then Sunday I'll have my fall award show coming out. Sid Barker, I was just told, is about to come up here. So we'll flip the camera around to get to Sydney Barker. Got to talk to Sydney on Monday night. She's awesome. She is awesome. And I think we're going to have a really good crowd tonight, by the way. Fang's already waiting outside. We've got some loyal supporters of OU softball already in here. I don't know if we get the 2,800 plus that you got for the Oklahoma Christian game, but it's OU softball. It's just a beautiful night. Oh my gosh, it's a beautiful night. So I think we're going to have a really good crowd this evening. As it looks like batting practice is wrapping up here, but stick around because we're going to talk to Sydney Barker here very, very shortly. And you guys, any questions that you have for Sid, and I see them, send some questions my way, and I appreciate you guys tuning in. but I want to send some questions her way from you guys. So just drop those in the comments, and I'll try to take my computer over when she sits down with me, and I'll ask some of the questions you guys have. There's KD, Audrey Lowry, Nelly, Captain Nelly, the finest captain in the land. Amazing. Teresa, amazing. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. See you here, Joe. Do it, Tim. Do it. You can do it. Do it. No, Trilina, I'm not. I'm just really going to do this for, just did it for batting practice, and then going to do an interview with Sydney Barker coming up here shortly, and then I'll let Kim, Oklahoma Sooner softball fan page on Facebook, I'll let them take the broadcasting tonight. Thank you, Sid, for your, let's see. Oh, yeah, you got the signed photo. I think Nelly does, Doug. Actually, I think I may have that pulled up for you. Shout out to Redneck Peril on that. So right now, Kendall Wells has a .522 batting average. The next, I mean, technically Riley Zakay does, hitting 500. I mean, she's played in the one game. But if you want somebody that's played more than the one game, we have a .444 by Ella Parker. Oh, okay, wow. I thought it might be Nelly. Nelly is at .423, and Ella Parker's at .444 so far this fall. Kendall Wells is at .522. .522 is where she's at. It's insane. And she's going up against this really good pitching and everything, and she's been awesome. .522 batting average, the true freshman. Crazy. I'll read off some of those numbers. Kendall Wells, .522. Riley Zakay, 500. Nelly is at .423. Alyssa Parker's at .364. Gabby Garcia's at .385. Emmerling is at .273. Ella Parker's at .444. Pick is at .280. Sydney Barker is at .273. You've got Tia Malloy at .409. Okay, let's go, Tia. Agbayani is at .375. Abby Dayton is at .391. Kai Miner is at .300. Lexi McDaniel is at .261. And Shani Hilton is at .182 so far this fall season. So those are the numbers that we're looking at right now. Home runs wise, I know everyone likes the long ball. Kendall Wells has 7. Riley Zakay has 1. Ned has 5. Alyssa Parker has 2. Gabby Garcia has 3. Isabella Emmerling has 4. Ella Parker with 1. Pick with 3. Sydney Barker with 3. Tia Malloy with 1. Lexi McDaniel with 2. And Shani Hilton with 1 are the home run numbers right now. Pretty good fall, if you ask me. What's been you guys' favorite moment so far this fall? I'm going to have that in the Sunday Awards show, the favorite moment. I'm just kind of interested to see what you guys. How's it going? Good to see you. Best seat in the house, right behind home plate. Okay. Okay, I'll try to ask some of these. They're off the field, so she should be up momentarily. Gonna be a fun night tonight. But yeah, what's been you guys' favorite moment so far this fall? I mean, Alyssa Parker hitting a couple of home runs, Riley Zakay being the hero in game 1. Was it Isabella Emmerling walking off the last Battle Series game? That was a lot of fun. Was it Berkeley Zakay coming in with bases loaded, nobody outs? And really should have got out of the inning with no runs, but there was an obstruction play called at home plate that scored a run. Was it the domination that they put on Oklahoma Christian earlier this year? And a lot of timely base hits, a lot of fun pitching, a lot of great defense as well. Just seeing Gabby Garcia play defense, guys, is one of my favorite moments. Like, just the plays that look routine are just so much fun to watch. I'll make a statement. I'll give you guys a take. I don't know how hot it is. I think that at this point in her career, and it is very early, but what she provides defensively and also what she does offensively, I think Gabby Garcia has a chance to be the greatest shortstop in Oklahoma softball history. And that is me understanding, knowing the great first baseman, or excuse me, the great shortstop that have come before her, such as, Tiare played there, right, for a year, I guess. Of course, Grace Lyons, Kelly Bryant. You've had some great shortstops, but I think that Gabby is Gabby's certainly on a path to be the best that's ever done it here, which is saying quite a bit because there's just been some amazing players up there. Lisa says best moment in the fall is seeing all the youngsters jump right in and push the vets. Totally agree, Lisa. And that's what I was saying with Kendall is just how comfortable she's looked. And like this is a big stage. It's fall ball. These games don't necessarily count. But you got people in here left and right, full stands, everything. Like there's pressure with it's like you're trying to win a job. And they come in here and they just look so comfortable and it's looked easy for them. I know it's not easy. But it's been fun. That's a good one, Jeff. Riley's decay hitting a home run off of her sister. That's right. I forgot about that one, actually, in the first game. That's a good one. Tim says not allowing a run in 2 games. Yeah. I think that was the same thing last year, too. I don't think they allowed a run in the fall. Who did they play last year? Seminole State and East Texas A&M. At that time, they were Texas A&M Commerce. Yeah, it's been a while since they let up a run in the spring against somebody else. Bill, that's a good one. I thought the back-to-back-to-back triples was great. Yeah, that was in the OC game, the Oklahoma Christian game. That was really cool. So look at that. We're creating some fun moments and we're creating some memories. A little fall season. We've all got different fun things that we're talking about here. What's been your favorite fall moment so far? Says Redneck Peril. That's what the question was. Favorite fall moment thus far. You guys got a time. Oh, sorry, guys. Superstar just walked in the house. Sydney Barker is going to join us for just a few minutes, and then I'll allow her to get ready for the final fall season. Here's your microphone. It's been a while. Long time no talk, Sid. But final fall game. You know, when you've had a really good fall, just kind of what you personally is the focus tonight as you wrap up a fall season?
Yeah, just having fun with my girls, honestly. Just doing like a lot of reflection on the fall and how it's been. Kind of just looking back and making sure that we don't make tonight too big. I mean, it's really just a fall game, our battle series. We love the competition and being able to play against each other. And so being the last one, Bella, Ilana, and Abby being seniors, just trying to like play for them, honor them, and just have fun out here with the girls.
The chat's been going crazy about you today, just saying, how much they really love you as a player and how much they appreciate you just because of how versatile you are. So take us all through that, because I heard from you Monday night, and you're fighting to get as many ground balls as you can at first base. You're fighting to get as many reps as you can in the outfield, because you didn't play a whole lot of outfield growing up before you came here.
Yeah.
So what's that day-to-day like, trying to balance out like which positions you need to take ground balls at and just what that process has been like for you?
Yeah, it's really just switching a mindset. Like if I'm taking ground balls at first base, just knowing plays, vice versa for shortstop, second base, everything. I mean, even if I go to the outfield, it's just really like being in the mindset of the position that you're in the moment, and not thinking about what would I do if I was at short, or what would I do if I was at first? Just like if I'm at second, I'm going to be at second. Think about what I'm going to do at second. And if I switch, I'm going to switch my mindset and just play it by each ground ball.
Yeah. Well, of course, Ella Parker's had a great fall because she's Ella Parker.
Yeah.
Of course, Cassidy Pickering has had some big hits. She's Cassidy Pickering.
Right.
But who is someone, if I ask you, hey, who's had a really good fall that you want people to really know that you think that they've had a great fall, or maybe a little bit under the radar? Who comes to mind for you? Not the big time players that we know about, but maybe someone new. Just who in your mind's had a really good fall?
I think Abby has had a really great fall.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, obviously, she's a triple threat. She can hit, slap, bunt, do all the things. She just works really hard. She's in the cages with me and Cheney every single day before practice, before games, going in, getting extra reps, talking, hitting all the time. I think she's a really smart player on the field. And I think she's had a really great fall season for her senior year.
Yeah, she's had, I think, 10 hits. She's double-digit hits so far this fall. So I think that's a really excellent candidate. You were with Sydney Berzon the other night at the event. and she just kind of looks like a pro. I feel like she just approaches it like a pro. Like
Yeah.
that's someone who's played a lot of college softball. What have you liked from the portal edition of Sydney Berzon so far?
Yeah, we only got to play her one time last year
Mhm.
against LSU in the SEC tournament. So, me personally didn't see a lot of her last year. So coming in, a new arm, a new personality, adding to our pitching staff, and just being able to kind of see, split zones and just new pitches, a new arm, everything. I mean, during the fall, it kind of just sets us up for seeing the best of the best in the fall and doing competition in the spring.
Now, this one might be a little bit of a deep question, okay? But I just look around and we're, I don't know, an hour away from the game or whatever. There's already people here. There's been people here lined up forever. It's going to be another full night tonight
Yeah.
for a fall game. That's just so cool to be a part of. What do you think that girl that first fell in love with softball? What do you think she would think about where you are right now?
She wouldn't believe it. First of all, wouldn't believe it. She'd be so proud. Coming from my town in Rockland and then being here in the middle of Oklahoma, being in the biggest stadium in the nation, it's unreal every day. You come to practice every day. You come to these games every day. It's like being able to be on this field regardless of if the stands are packed or not. It's unreal. And so being able to fulfill those dreams that I had when I was a little girl, it's a good feeling for sure.
Last one, and I just look at this team, and it feels like this team is so experienced and so mature. But then I say, well, wait a minute. Sydney Barker's a sophomore. Nellie's a redshirt sophomore. Gabby Garcia is a sophomore. And there's just so much maturity on this team, even though everyone just still seems so young. And I really kind of want to center that on Nellie. Feels like she makes every play. She's hitting the ball hard every time she's up. Got that one right last year as a captain. What do you say about Nellie and just kind of the day-to-day and just kind of what she brings to this team, what kind of leader she is?
Yeah, she works really hard. I mean, like I said about Abby, Nellie's always in there early. We're always getting extra reps with her. Nellie's someone that I can always look to when I need a positive affirmation, when I need to get out of my head. I think showing up every single day, she's in a positive attitude, ready to attack the day for sure. And I think that's super helpful on our team, being able to look to someone and know that they got my back specifically on and off the field, being able to text her whenever I need to. But Nellie is someone that works really hard and it shows. She's super humble. She'll come out here and she just bangs the ball around, makes diving plays at third base, covers that hot corner super well. So, yeah.
All right. Awesome stuff as always. Go have fun tonight.
Thank you very much,
There you
Tyler.
go. Sydney
Thank
Barker. Thank you
Thank
very
you,
much
Tyler.
as always.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Have a good night.
You too. All right. I forgot to bring the computer over, so my bad, guys. My bad on that. My bad on that. Yeah, she's so well spoken. So well spoken for sure. Redneck Peril, best moment. I have to go with the triple too. Yeah. We might as well stay on. I mean, if you guys are looking for something to do and hang out, we might as well get a little. Here, let me turn this camera around here. Stop that first. How's it going?
Fang.
Ah, there's Fang. What's going on? Good to finally meet you.
Yeah. Enjoy the stream.
Yeah, I appreciate you. Thank you. How about that? He's in the comments. Got to see him. If you guys have ever wanted to see kind of, what they do outside of, not just batting practice, but how they warm up, I'm going to show you guys that here. Again, please like the video if you would so kindly, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. What a night. What a night. What did we do? We spoke to Tiare Jennings. We spoke to Kendall Wells. We spoke to Sydney Barker. I'd say whatever happens next is just icing on the cake. This has been really cool and really cool access for sure. Oh, sorry. I thought I did. I had the camera back looking at me. My bad. Sorry on that one. Well, Lisa, where are you at? Where are you at, Lisa? And hopefully they're close by this year. Or just make the trip to OKC this year. They're in it. Yeah, this is the TV booth actually where I'm at. Um, huge fan. Huge fan. So we opened up the windows, like the windows just kind of fold over. That was neat. I mean, it's the best seat in the house. I'm like right behind home plate. It's open air. It's a beautiful night. This ended up working out perfectly, to kind of, do all of this and give you guys the best vantage point possible. It would have been cool to be on the field, but to kind of have this view it's been perfect. That's why TV crew gets to sit here, I guess. Yeah, I would love to talk to Jen for sure. She's a little busy right now, understandably so. New York. Lisa, I don't know if they're making it all the way out east anytime soon. Like Kentucky's not close, I know, but they'll play Kentucky in an SEC series in Lexington at some points. What else? South Carolina, they'll make it there. That might be your best bets, but they don't really travel on the road to the Northeast all that much. I have not been told that, but that would be amazing. And yeah, Kentucky is here this year. Kentucky is here this year. Here's kind of the fun question for tonight too, as we wrap it up, is who's going to be the hero tonight? Who's going to be the main story this evening? Because it seems like it's been a different player just about every single game, and it's been a lot of young players too. Riley Zakay, the first game. You had Alyssa Parker a couple of weeks ago. That was kind of the big hero. Of course, Kendall Wells has certainly been kind of the MVP, the big hero. Nellie's had her days as well, and I've mentioned it in a couple of interviews so far, but it really is kind of funny to think just how young this team is. I mean, like let's think about a projected starting lineup right now, and this isn't final. I'm just kind of rolling through it. Your starting catcher could be a freshman. Your starting first baseman, let's say Pickering, could be a junior. Agbayani's play. This is your last year, right? Started at second baseman. Gabby Garcia, shortstop. Sophomore. Nelly at third, a sophomore. Kai Minor, a freshman. Sydney Barker, let's say she's in right, that's a sophomore. Abby Davies, she got 1 year left. She's in 1 year left. She's in left field. So this team's going to be really, really good this year. But they ain't slowing down anytime soon. I think they're going to be better this year than what they were last year. And who knows what they're like in 2027. I mean, it's just crazy to think that it's not slowing down anytime soon. This train ain't slowing down anytime soon. Young team, but they got a lot of experience. Young in terms of classification, not really young in terms of the amount of big games that they've played in. I would give my left arm for one of those Battle Series T-shirts. I haven't seen them available anywhere. Where does the guy get one? I don't know if you can buy those. That's a good question. I don't see anybody out here wearing any, and I promise you, the crowd that's already here, if they knew where to get one, they would know where to find them. I don't know if those are available, but I'm kind of with you. If those were available, I think I would probably buy one as well. Not slowing down, especially with the best recruiting classes coming in next year and the year after. Yeah. She got signing day coming up next week. #1 class. And then the class after that with Goose and Finley Williams, that's the #1 class as well. Fun stuff. Fun stuff. Yeah, but for those of you that can't attend or can't be here tonight, it's kind of a behind the scenes look at what goes on. This is Oklahoma softball right here, right in front of your eyes. It's the show. Nobody else is getting this type of turnout for a fall game. I can assure you guys of that. But you know that already. How about some predictions for tonight? We might as well make this fun and a little bit more, even more interesting, right? Who's going to be the hero tonight and what's going to happen? I'll say Gabby Garcia does her thing defensively. Yes, does her thing defensively. Gabby Garcia has not one but 2 home runs tonight. Anybody want to join me on that? Gabby Garcia, 2 home runs this evening is what I'm predicting. She's going to be the MVP of the evening. You guys let me know in the comments what you think. What's up, Zach? Gabby Garcia, the big player tonight. I think she's going to unleash at the plate tonight. Tim says Kai Minor. Okay. Let's go, Tim. I would love to see that. Love to see Kai Minor be the star of the evening. And if she's the star of the evening, she's going to do it with some highlight plays in center field. Like Kai Minor is special defensively. She can still show tonight without hitting like 2 home runs. She could do it by making some incredible defensive plays in the outfield. Joe Sooner says 3 home runs. Oh, you upping me, Joe? You raising me, Joe? You saying 3 home runs for Gabby? Okay, I got you. Yes, he is, and we appreciate him. But we also appreciate Oklahoma Sooner softball fan page, so he can collect those stats. So we do appreciate him. Kendall Wells. Let's see. Nelly diving catch with 2 home runs. Like that, Jeff. Nelly's always a threat to have a 2 home run night. Wells has 2 more bombs. Against this team of hitters, I think a pitcher will be the star. Well, who do you think? Who do you think, Bill? Maybe some Sydney Berzon tonight? Maybe a Miley Wachenio? I'll go with Audrey Lowry, my breakout star of the season coming up in 2026. I'll say that Gabby Garcia has a night at the plates, and Audrey Lowry in the circle. By the way, non-softball related. Do you guys see that sky back there? I mean, it looks beautiful from where I'm at. I can tell that you guys can see it as well. That is amazing. I told you guys it was a perfect night. That backdrop, I mean, come on. What else could you want? Little OU softball warming up for a Battle Series game, and then that backdrop as well. That is, like, beautiful, man. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. Last time I was here, there was lightning off in the distance, and you saw players hit home runs, and you could see lightning off in the distance. This is that was pretty cool. This is a little bit different, but this is awesome. Let's see. Audrey Lowry or Barker? Lowry's played so much better after the first game. Yeah. I know, Doug. Let's go. I'm ready. We got like 45 more minutes till first pitch. I'm ready to go for sure. Ready to go. Ready to go. I believe I got Teresa's up there that said Kendall Wells. Hey, once again, I appreciate you guys joining me on this Thursday evening. Got some cool content coming your way. I hinted earlier this week that some cool content possibilities coming up. This was the cool content possibility. In case you haven't figured it out yet, this is the cool content possibility. OU reached out and said, would I be interested? And I said, would I be interested? What day do you want me? What time do you want me to show up? Do you want me to bring dinner for everybody on the team? What do you want? What do you want me to do? So, yeah, I was really, really excited. Really, really excited to be able to come out here tonight for sure. And I'll let you watch a little bit more, and then I'll let you guys get to the game. I don't know. I'm not going to, Zach. Frankly, I'm keeping notes during the game and doing a bunch of different things and trying to get ready for a post-game video for you guys to watch. And plus, Kim and the Facebook page do that. I'm not taking that away from them. Like, we all work together. We all get along. It's not about us. It's all a team effort. We all care about the same thing. So I'll let them have it. And she does a fantastic job. She's got the audience anyway, so she's good. Thing with a little starting lineup tonight: Garcia, Malloy, Lowry, Wells, Alyssa Parker, Helton. So we've got the no average Joes, ice cold Joes, Joe C sluggers. I think I saw on the rundown this evening that Joe Castiglione is with the first pitch tonight. I believe that's what I saw earlier. Joe C, of course, been the AD here for a very, very long time. Big time supporter of softball. So we'll be cool to see him have the first pitch this evening. I don't know, Jeff. I haven't heard that. I know a lot of people would pay for it. I would just rather have it on ESPN Plus. I don't know why they didn't do it this year. I know they sold a lot of tickets still. So one way or the other, somebody's going to have it, and they'll have it available for us. as we're playing a little catch down the left field line, getting ready for tonight. And big shout out to Jackie Livingston. Really kind of runs the show. He's director of ops with OU softball, just kind of hooking up all the interviews and everything else that's happened tonight. Great night. Great night for sure. Thang's got our starting lineups here. I'll read them. Team Red is Garcia Malloy, Lowry, Wells, Alyssa Parker, Cheney Helton. Team White, Barker, Berzon, Ella Parker, Lexi McDaniel, Berkeley Zakay, Abby Dayton, and Isabella Immerling. Team Gray is Riley Zakay, Kirsten Deal, Nelly, Cassidy Pickering, Alana Agbayani, Kai Miner, and Miley Wichenio. There we go. Who's going to win tonight? Sky looking beautiful out beyond left field. And we've already got a nice crowd building up tonight, which isn't shocking. Appreciate you guys not only joining, but dropping some questions in the comments as well. This has been fun. I don't think I do enough live streams, and I like chatting with you guys when a video is posted in the comments. But I think we need to do more live streams so we can kind of chat real time and have some fun back and forth and maybe some debates time to time and all sorts of stuff like that. So maybe that's a nice plan for the immediate future, is to have more live streams and to get more of your reaction in live time. If you guys see at the bottom right hand of the screen, I think that's Nicole May taking photos. I bet Nicole's going to have some cool photos. Jerry, you can barely like see her head right now if you can see the bottom right hand of the screen. I think she was in the starting lineup, right? Or one of the starting lineups that Thang put out earlier. Let me find it again. I think I saw her taking BP earlier. But obviously this is my first time out here this year for BP. Maybe she's been taking BP all fall long and just not playing. But apparently she's in lineup tonight, which I love that. It'd be awesome if she was kind of the hero like she was the first game. That'd be sweet. Oh, she has always been starting lineups. Yeah, okay. I guess we'll see. Ella Parker's team wins tonight. Team Red wins. That's some stout lineups. Yeah, I mean, when you've got 20 players that can help you game in and game out, you can come up with 3 different teams and you're going to have some stud lineups. You're going to have some incredible lineups. Be fun to see who wins tonight. Does the pitching win tonight? Does the hitting win tonight? I just clean softball. And I think that's what you've gotten throughout the majority of the fall. You've got some really just clean softball. Very good defensively. That's like the catalyst of this program. Like, you know you're going to get a lot of things with OU softball. You definitely know that you are going to get very clean defense. And you're going to get great effort as well. You don't see anyone just kind of slacking around or anything like that. You get great effort, you get great defense. I think you've seen great defense this fall. I want to see that tonight. Just kind of clean softball all the way around. And just, you wouldn't play every single game clean during the fall and the regular season. But kind of especially since this is the last fall game, just end it on a high note, end it on a clean note. Feel like you came out playing some really good softball. Give me some really good defensive plays. Just good stuff all the way around. And again, if you're just now tuning in, or if you've been tuned in for like 15 minutes or so, go back and rewatch this video. Tiari Jennings joined just like right off the jump. And we had a great conversation. She gave some great answers about some players on the team. We talked to Kendall Wells. First time we talked to Kendall Wells. That was really fun. And then we talked to Cindy Barker as well. So there's some kind of BP interviews that we've had that's been a lot of fun. Thank you, Zach. I appreciate that. That really means a lot. Really means a lot. Thank you, Teresa. I know you guys will be here, Sooner Ninja. I don't doubt that one bit. I'm forever thankful for that. Thank you. Forever thankful for that, for sure. We'll do that moving forward. All right, let's see what we got here. I'm sure Patty's around here somewhere. I just haven't seen her. Maybe you guys have seen her on the live stream somewhere. Maybe she's got other things that she's doing, but I don't think that I've seen her out on the field at any point. But I will let you know when the GOAT makes her entrance here to beautiful Lowe's Field. And I just, what's funny is I just thought of this. Joe C, I think he's got the first pitch tonight. And you guys are seeing it right now, right in center field, that scoreboard. It's really the centerpiece of this incredible softball facility. I mean, it really is. It's like the first thing that you notice when you drive by. It's really kind of the first thing that you notice when you walk in. And according to Patty, that was Josie's idea. According to Patty, she thought it was kind of corny at first when it was brought up, the idea of having a state of Oklahoma-shaped scoreboard in center field. But they rolled with it, and look at it now. It looks awesome. It looks really, really cool. How are you? Yeah, that's right.
I listened to you on the YouTube all the time.
I appreciate that. What's your name?
John Rex.
John Rex. How about that? All right, let's get John a microphone real quick, all right? I'm going to ask you a few questions.
Okay.
John, who's your favorite OU player of all time?
Of all time?
Yep.
Oh, boy.
I know it's a tough one.
Allo, Grace Lyons,
It's hard to pick just one, right?
JD Coleman.
Yeah.
I don't have one.
Most important question. Is OU winning the national championship in 2026?
In 26, I think they will.
Yes, they will. Yes, they will. Nice to meet you. Appreciate you. Yeah. I don't know what else you guys need to hear. There's two of us at least that agree that OU's win a national championship this year. I love that. Love that. Love some OU softball fans. Love my state. State is unique. A lot of history. Yeah. Really is. Yeah, who's you guys? I mean, I feel like I know you on a personal level. Who's your favorite softball player of all time? I was asked that on Monday night. My answer, Kelly Breich, shortstop on the 2000 national championship team. She was an All-American during her time at OU. Kelly Breich, my favorite OU softball player of all time. Got a Kinsey Hansen here. Pretty good one. Hard to choose just one. I'm going to let this go until kind of, they're done with warm-ups and everything like that. And then I'll let you guys head over to the Facebook page and go watch the game there. But again, appreciate you all joining tonight. We've had a really good crowd the entire evening. Jada Coleman, really good. Greatest center fielder of all time. Maybe just the greatest defensive player of all time. Her, Grace Lyons. Yeah, what's up?
I have a future.
Future Sooner. I love that. Wilford Moore. Yeah, of course. Good to see you.
I'll try to keep those grants up.
Yeah, I'll do that. Jada's a really good one. K9, Jocelyn Allo, Jada Coleman, then Alyssa Brito, TRA, the original Sid the Kid Romero. Jada is not the best player OU has had. That would be Chamberlain or Jennings, but the most fun to watch. Yeah, most entertaining player in OU history, college softball history. I mean, she was just so much fun to watch, so easy to root for. And I still say about Jada, it's not the fact that she made the incredible plays. The plays where she leapt over the wall and brought home runs. It's not that she made those plays. It's that she always made that play. Every opportunity she ever had in her career to realistically rob a home run, she always did. Whether it was, in Norman, Women's College World Series, whatever, she was always robbing home runs. Always, always, always. She was awesome. I like this Kalani one. Kalani Ricketts, awesome. She's on my OU Mount Rushmore. Burrito's Funky Stomp. She brought the fire for show. Yeah. Jada, she's incredible in center and good at the plate. Ricketts for top 3 players. Lisa says, I have 3. K9, Jada, and TRA. Close is Sid Romero. Sid Rockstar. Team Gabby. I told you, yes. I mean, you know your stuff. Everyone knows that you know your stuff. But think about it. When did she leap over the wall and then she didn't make that play? She made it every single time. Every single time. Let's go, Boomer. Yeah.
Now, a new era is here. The toughest competition, the brightest stage, a challenge.
I feel like, or I hope you guys feel like you're kind of here with me this evening, up in the booth. You're experiencing an OU softball game wherever you might be. It's been a fun night for sure. And again, appreciate OU softball for the invite. Dab said Team Hanson. Not a bad one. Not a bad one. Probably a really good problem to have as a program when you legitimately can't choose just one player. You can't choose just one player. Or it's hard to anyway. And you can ask 5 different OU fans, who's your favorite player of all time? And 5 different people will have 5 different answers. Man.
Good evening and welcome to the University of Oklahoma.
I'll let you listen to that.
Field for tonight's Battle Series Game 5, featuring your Oklahoma Sooners softball team.
I still haven't seen Patty.
Ladies and gentlemen, batting foul balls to leave the field at great speed. Please pay attention for the occurrence of foul tips and stay alert during the game. University of Oklahoma asks that all teams return foul and home run balls to the nearest of its staff. The University of Oklahoma and the Southeastern Conference promote good sportsmanship by student athletes, coaches, and spectators. We request your cooperation.
Hey, appreciate you. You know I appreciate you. You know it. You know it. Riley Boone, that's a good one. Always brought the juice. Always brought the juice. An amazing 9-hole hitter as well. My wife's is Jada Coleman. Yeah. My wife's is Jada Coleman. Are you really still watching this? You don't have anything better to do than watching me for an hour and a half? I appreciate you, though. Yeah, this is awesome. OU football was my gateway drug to softball. Well, at least you recognize it. Grace Lyons, yeah. So great defensively, even better person. She's awesome. Softball scene center, they need one. They should retire. So I thought about that recently. You know, maybe you should start retiring numbers. But guys, you would get to a point where there's not very many numbers to hand out because they don't retire. 23 would be retired. 24 would be retired. What else would be retired? What did Grace wear? 3? Did Grace wear 3? Yeah, 3 would be retired. I mean, seriously, Sid Romero wore 2, I believe. 2 would be retired. 9 would be retired for Kinsey Hansen. If you were to really start retiring numbers here, there'd be no numbers to have. Everybody would be wearing the same number because there'd be all these duplicate numbers because all the numbers would be taken. We're going to do a little infield, outfield work here. I'm going to let you guys watch this. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I'm saying. Yeah. Again, a great problem to have. I want you guys just to watch and just appreciate this. This is how a championship softball team takes infield and outfield. How quick it is, how smooth it is. This is the way that it's supposed to look right here. So JT's hitting fungos tonight. I haven't heard. I mean, is Patty not going to be here tonight? I haven't seen her yet. If you just appreciate the game of softball, it's not the actual game, but if you just love the game of softball, this is so pure right here. You just sit back and watch this. Throws, hitting your cutoff. If you're not, it's perfect one hop right there. Yeah, this is where it's at. That's pick out and left. Feel like that was Riley Zakay maybe in left. Here comes Kai. Kai and Dayton in center. That's Shani Helton. Here's Ella. That's Tia Malloy. That's pick. Dayton. Minor. Hilton. Ella Parker. Tia Malloy. Pick. I think this is Riley Zakay. I think it is. Here's Dayton. Here comes Kai. Let's see it, Kai. Let it fly. There's Cheney. There's Ella. All right, let's see some infield now. Throw it around. Snelly. There's Gabby. Agbayani. Lexi McDaniel. I believe that's Ella, right? Yeah. Sid Barker. Here's Pick. We're from Nelly. Just watch this. Look at Gabby. It's so good. So was Augie. She's smooth too. Lexi McDaniel. Going to be a really good player for this program. Going to be an excellent player for this program. There's Ella. Turning 2. Here comes Barker. Smooth, man. Pick. There's Kendall Wells. Obviously, got Wells and Emmerling behind the plate. Wells is the red. Emmerling's in the white. It's more from Nelly. No way, Gabby. No way, Gabby. No. I don't know if she gets the runner out on that, but still, that's just silly. There's that's a lot of Agbayani. Ella Parker. Sid Barker. Big hop. Nice play.
All kids 12 and under here in tonight's game. You can take the field with the Sooners.
Just pick.
Being representative at 8-2 at 6:10 p.m.
Good stuff from the first baseman. There's Emmerling. Here comes Wells. Big, nice throw. Heard the pop on that one. Smooth, man. Smooth. Look at Gabby. Smooth. Lexi McDaniel. Hi, Lana. If you guys want to find me a better defensive team in college softball, I'll challenge you to it. I don't think you're going to. Be one of the better defensive infields they've had. I think it's going to be that good. Especially if you find a solid first baseman, which I think they will. Other positions are going to be really good defensively. Let's see Kenneth Wells come out. Watch this. Watch this throw. Boom. Nothing's getting past Gabby. Nice play by Gabby. Jeez. I mean, I just hope you guys are appreciating this. This is like flawless infield work. And to this, it's, you know, they're not going to run off the field and be like, oh my gosh, that was a great infield. That's like the best infield. This is just what they do. This is how smooth it always looks. This is just how they roll. Defense, the catalyst of this program. It's how they roll. Oh, Kendall. Get an ovation. What up, Bishop Frank? Good to hear from you. Good to hear from you. Yeah, she did, Fang. Everyone was cheering for her. Still no sign of Patty. Maybe she had a prior obligation. JT, Coach Ben Reddy, 1-0 as a head coach in his career. Patty had an obligation, I think it was last year, and JT was the head coach. Yeah, no, yeah, it does. Yeah, of course it does. Like, you're already intimidated enough to play them. Then you see how smooth they are, and it's not just their starters making the smooth plays. It's like everybody on the team making those plays. Heck yeah, it's intimidating. And no doubt it's intimidating. Absolutely it is. Hicks look good over there at first base. So is Ella, though. Ella Parker has too. And obviously Sid Barker. It may be Ben Reddy's time tonight. You could be right. Could be right. Could be right. All right, as soon as we wrap up this infield, I might, well, hold on here. What are we about? 20 minutes from first pitch? And there we go, guys. That's an infield, outfield. How it looks. Blue collar, that's what they are. Bunch of superstars, but they're also blue collar as well. Love it, love it, love it. So I'll have a video for you guys coming up probably tomorrow morning. I got an early flight, but I want to make sure that that's out tomorrow morning, kind of recapping this. And then Sunday, I'll have my fall award show. So be on the lookout for that. What up, CJ? Funny thing is, I think they had a little pressure on them last week. Continue to four-peat. All pressure's off now. Time to roll. Yep. Time to roll indeed. I'll stick around here for a few more minutes. You guys got any more questions or comments? I'll get to them before we get out of here. But this is the night. This is the night at Loves Field. Been on 2 hours. I appreciate you guys hanging on with me. Fun night. So I've got you all down. I can go back in the chat and make sure who was right. But I got Gabby Garcia with a couple of home runs tonight. And I've got Audrey Lowry having a big game in the circle. That's what I'm down for this evening. That's what I got. That's what I got. Yeah. I mean, you can watch the archive, CJ. In fact, go do that after the game tonight, or at some point, this week. Tiari Jennings joined us early in the stream. We had Kendall Wells with us early on, and then also had Cindy Barker as well. So a lot of others. Thank you, Ward. Appreciate you. Yes, we do. I will not know. Nelly and Burke said for me. All right, we'll hang around for this. See how loud they can get. What do you guys think?
Oh, I love it. All right. Who's excited to be back in the greatest stadium in college softball?
Me, I am.
Super fans, scan the QR code up on the video board for your chance to be featured. Let's keep the energy going all night.
Thank you.
Super fans.
All right. That might be my cue, guys. I appreciate you guys. Nearly 2 hours. Over 250 still on with us. You guys are awesome. Please like this video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. You guys are fantastic. And I love you all. Hold on. I'll get to a few more. Oh, my gosh. Michael, I'm praying for you. All right? Thank you for sharing that. You're absolutely welcome to content. Thoughts and prayers to you. Thank you, Michael. Thank you. Praying for you. And you know what, Michael? I'm not just praying for you. A lot of people are going to be praying for you now. So I hope you feel that love, man. I hope you feel that. Thank you, CJ. You're always there. I appreciate you. Thank 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 you, guys. Thank you. Hopefully we get to do it again soon. Appreciate you guys, Michael. I'm serious, man. I'm praying for you. And you guys here, keep Michael in your prayers. Keep Michael in your prayers for sure. That'll do it. Have a video coming up tomorrow morning. Appreciate you guys. You're awesome.